Hey, what's up guys, it's Disturbed, and today I'm just going to be making a quick video just telling you guys a few things that you should do before patch 1.4 comes out. Really quickly, before I get into the video, since this is kind of pertains to what I'll be talking about, if anybody wants me to farm for them, like do the farming service that I've been offering recently, for me to do like Falcon Lost, farm the Dark Zone or the Underground or anything like that, just to get you some gear that you need and get yourself ready for patch 1.4, email me at disturbedmods@gmail.com and me and you can discuss that via email. But with that out of the way, let's get right into it. So for those of you that don't know, patch 1.4 is going to be an update where basically they just do a major overhaul to the game. They're going to be rebalancing the NPCs, the gear sets, weapons, how we get loot, and just a whole bunch of other stuff. The downside of this though is that there isn't going to be any new content with patch 1.4. I believe the new DLC is going to come out around November. All of this is just basically focusing on fixing the huge problems with the game before coming out with the next DLC, so that when the DLC comes out, it's not a complete shit show, kind of like how patch 1.3 was, if I'm being perfectly honest. I personally think that this is a great idea because there are just so many problems with the game right now that make it pretty much unplayable, at least for me. So prioritizing game functionality over content is just a really great idea, and I'm super happy to see that they're doing that. But regardless, patch 1.4 is scheduled to release sometime in October. They haven't given us a date yet, but if I were to make a guess, I'd say it will probably come out around mid-October, possibly even late into October, kind of like how 1.3 came out late August, I believe it was. August or the month before that, I don't really remember. But either way, I highly doubt that it will come a week or two into October because the public test server isn't even live yet, and they will at the very least want to have around 2 weeks so that they can collect tangible data from the PTS and then fix the game according to what we say and stuff, because if they were to release the public test server, have it up for 2 weeks, then right afterwards have 1.4 come out, that would kind of defeat the purpose of having a public test server. The public test server is there so that we can test it and then they can make changes according to what we say. So it would be kind of weird for them to release that and then right when the public test server goes down, have 1.4 come out. So that's why I'd say it would probably come out late October. So that gives us a little over a month to prepare. The reason we need to quote unquote prepare for patch 1.4 is because, like I said before, they are majorly overhauling the game, and a lot of that is going to be based around your gear. So you don't want to go into 1.4 only with that one sentry build ready, because for all we know, I personally think this is going to happen, but for all we know, Sentry could get nerfed into the ground and end up being like the worst gear set in the game, or it could still be the best, who knows. But if that's only pieces of gear that you had, you'd pretty much be screwed when 1.4 launched. So what I recommend to do is just farm your ass off and hoard absolutely everything that you can get. We don't know which gear sets are being changed, how they're being changed, so for now, it's pretty much just better to be safe than sorry and just save up a crap load of random gear sets instead of like instantly selling that Lone Star Nomad. Keep it because, for all we know, that could be one of the best sets in the game when 1.4 comes out. I know it's hard to believe, but they are rebalancing everything, so it is a possibility. Or it could still be garbage like it is now, but you don't want to end up regretting selling all that gear when it could end up being really good. That goes with pretty much all gear sets. They also plan on buffing, the performance mods, which right now are still a bit crappy, but if they end up being amazing, you definitely want to have some stored up. In terms of weapons, I don't really know if they're going to be rebalancing those or not. I would hope so, because right now in the sniper category, everything pretty much sucks other than the SVD and the M1A. So rebalancing like the SRS A1, the MK20, Scar L, or no, it's actually Scar H. Scar L is the AR. Scar H is the sniper rifle, and a few other snipers, it wouldn't be that far from tangible. I could see it as a possibility. Similarly with all the other gun types like LMGs, assault rifles, SMGs, everything like that. So if you get like a god roll gun but it's a shitty SMG9 or something, keep it just in case, because it might end up being good in 1.4. So long story short, just save up everything you can get some crappy Hunter's Face, some garbage performance mods, and a shitty MK20. Throw it in your stash because it might end up being the best thing in the game post-patch 1.4. I know it's hard to believe, but we just really don't know how they're going to be changing everything, and it's better to be safe than sorry, like I said before. There really isn't much else to say about it. Just farm your ass off and you should be perfectly fine. Right now I'm on PC and I'm just saving up like every gear set that I get, because I don't want to be caught with my pants down, so to speak, when 1.4 comes out. And I definitely suggest that you guys do that too. A good way to get gear is farming the Dark Zone, the Underground, and the Four Horsemen farm like I am right here, because all of those places will drop you pretty much everything, gear sets, weapons, gear mods, guns, etc. So while farming something like Falcon Lost is bound to give you either Sentry, Tactician, or Striker after like 45 minutes, all of which are probably going to get nerfed due to how good they are in comparison to the other gear sets, it would be better to just be farming something that would give you a bunch of different gear sets so that, you can just hoard everything and, get more in return for it. So don't really worry about what's good right now, and just get whatever gear you can so you don't suck when 1.4 comes out, because Sentry's probably going to get nerfed, so you don't need to farm Falcon Lost. Just farm something like the Dark Zone save up a bunch of Nomad, Hunter's Faith, you know, Predator's Mark, because that stuff could end up being the best stuff in the game, as opposed to only saving up what's good right now. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, if you want me to farm for you because you just don't have the time, definitely feel free to email me at disturbedmods@gmail.com, and we can discuss that there. Anyways, that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.